1, 2, 3.
On this episode, Josiah and I will address a problem that has been around since I started building trail at my house a couple of years ago. My plan has always been to build close to a mile of single track on my very small 3-acre plot of land. To accomplish this, of course, I have to put trail in some areas where it's not ideal. And a prime example of this is the switchback you're watching me struggle with right now. It's on the eastern edge of my property in a spot where there is not enough room and too much elevation change. As a result, it is difficult to ride both up and down. Josiah and I are going to work to widen out the bottom entry into the switchback, dig out the top of the switchback to decrease the steepness, and build up the berm. By the time we're done, hopefully you'll be able to rail down it and easily ride up it. So let's get started. So as we saw, at least I'm not skilled enough to ride up this switchback. I've gotten it, after reworking it several times, I've gotten it now wide enough where it's fun to ride down. But what I think we need to do is bring the level of the trail coming into the switchback down to the switchback, clean it up. But I also want to bring it out down the hill, down here wider, to give a better, more straight on angle as you're coming in, where you can carry a little more speed, make it a little more of a descent into it, carry a little speed. And then we'll also work on trying to move a little dirt around and build up the berm on it to give you a little bit better berm to turn against and carry your speed up the hill. Hopefully you can get just enough of a pop to pop over the hill and then start on the descent on the other side. All right, now with all that work, building up the lower edge of that switchback, widening it out a little bit, I'm gonna give it a run and see if I can get up it. Hope for the best. Oh, almost. Maybe a little more digging on this end now. Kind of level it out, make it a little more gradual. But I can at least make the turn. I'm gonna give it one more go, but I think I'm just gonna run out of steam. I think this is just a little too steep. Oh, almost. Yeah, just need to make this just a little less steep, and I think I can do it. So next time. When we worked on this switchback a couple of weeks ago, we made some significant improvements. Made it so that we could carry more speed into it, and the flow was much better. However, an unintended consequence of it was this. It now holds water. It now holds water. We are 5 days after the last rain and there's still a puddle in there. So to remedy that problem, we're going to bury this pipe and have it drain out below the rock retaining wall. Hopefully take care of any of this pooling issue. And then the last little thing we're gonna finish up is on the top side there. It's still a little steeper than I'd like. It's a little tough to climb out of. And so we're gonna bring that side down a little bit, and we'll use that dirt that we're taking off of the top to make this berm a little even bigger and make it flow even better. So make some serious headway today. Now that we got the pipe buried, it is fairly well protected, but I'm afraid as we ride over it and walk over it, it'll get smashed down. So I wanted to put something over the top of it to protect it. So I went to the hardware store the other day to look for something, and my friends at Snaps Hardware just gave me this old rack. It is the perfect size to go over the top of this 4-inch pipe. So I'm gonna cut off a section of it and lay it over the pipe and see how it works. Our rework of this problem switchback turned out even better than I expected. It's really fun to ride down, and not too bad to ride up. We did run into a little drainage issue along the way, but we were able to correct it fairly easily. If you enjoyed this week's video, please consider subscribing. Thanks for joining us on BLT Biking. See you down the trail.